Hello, welcome to another episode of the Master Tunes podcast. With me, your host, Jackie Woodham. And on the show we have George Baum. That was a
Hello.
bit weird. I was trying to add
Yeah.
an interesting element since nobody's on the show apart from George for various reasons.
Yeah.
Sylvia didn't watch the movie. Carson's watching the Oscars. Ryoga got a
For some
mysterious
reason.
call. Proto, fuck knows what that kid does. Yeah, George. There's really like 1.5 people is on the show this week.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
So we're going to persevere really.
Yeah.
So this week is the third week of our live action movies based on animated material month.
Yeah.
Actually. And so the first week we watched Scooby-Doo. The second week we watched 101 Dalmatians. And this week we're watching the 1994 American comedy film The Flintstones.
Yippee.
So just some background information about this. This film was directed by a man called Brian Levant, who directed such hit films such as Beethoven, Jingle All the Way, Snow Dogs, Are We There Yet?, Scooby-Doo, The Mystery Begins, and its sequel, Curse the Lake Monster, the prequel one where they're at high school, Christmas Story 2, I believe that was straight to DVD.
Man, we got a regular modern Stanley Kubrick right here.
Yeah, so I mean, like, he did direct some TV episodes which might have been good, like The Jeffersons, Mork and Mindy, Married with Children. That's all cool. I guess, like, they thought, oh, you've been on these awesome shows, and we want you to do these movies, and it's like, oh shit. And also, this film was produced by Bruce Cohen, who his credits include it's not strictly laid out, but Silver Lining Playbook as associate producer and a film assistant or something. He's worked on some pretty good stuff basically. Hook, that was a decent movie. He produced Tim Burton's Big Fish, which I really enjoy. Executive producer on Pushing Daisies, which I thought was great. So he's done some pretty good stuff. He's one of the better people in this. We have writing. There was 3 writers, but the most noteworthy one, as it will, is Stephen E. De Souza. Stupid name, but you know. Maybe some people think Jack Haywood's a stupid name. Who knows? His filmography includes Die Hard, Die Hard 2. I mean, I'm not saying he directed these films. Hello?
Nothing.
Okay. $6 Million Man, that's pretty famous. Bionic Woman. Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Oh, wow.
The 1995 Judge Dredd.
Oh, my.
Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, the Cradle.
Oh, Jesus.
So he's written some mixed films, I'd say. Starring in the movie, John Goodman plays Fred Flintstone. Rick Moranis, who he was always kind of normally plays that like small weedy guy that's all like, oh yeah, oh I gotta wash my hands with bleach, blah 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 kind of guy as Barney Rubble.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Perkins as Wilma.
Yeah.
Interesting production note I have somewhere. Bear with me. I can't find it. Whatever, who gives a shit. We have Rosie O'Donnell as Betty for some strange reason.
Yeah, that's out of all the casting in this movie, that is easily the worst of them all, which is saying a lot.
Halle Berry as Sharon Stone.
Which was really fucking bizarre.
Well, do you know what else is weird? Sharon Stone was supposed to be in this movie, but she couldn't make it.
Really?
I know, it's pretty stupid, really. Like, that's like I mean, that kind of the thing. There's a lot of stupid rock puns.
Yeah.
Apparently, Mel Blanc voices Dino through archival audio. Very strange.
It's kind of sad, actually.
There's a bunch of characters, Bam Bam, Pebbles, whatever.
Yeah.
So the plot of this film is so Fred and Barney work at this Slate Co. company as like builders or some shit, and there are some swindlers, Cliff Vandercave, played by Carl McLaren, and Miss Sharon Stone, confusingly enough, played by Halle Berry, who want to swindle the company out of all their fortune, but they need a stooge, so they have like an exam, and whoever gets the highest score gets promoted, but they're going to use him as a scapegoat. And Fred loaned his friend money for an adoption, and in return, Barney trades his results on the exam, which gets Fred promoted, but ironically gets Barney fired as he was the lowest scoring one. And hijinks ensue. Yeah. So rather than like doing the 5 words as we normally do, we'll just like kind of like keep it simple. We'll just go through it. So did you like the film, George?
Yeah.
Was it decent?
To be perfectly honest, yeah, technically speaking, it's one of the most generic fucking adaptations I've seen in years. But at the same time, there was never really a moment where I hated what I was watching. Like, it's not a great movie. It's not even that good of one. But at the same time, it's completely harmless in that regard. Like, it's not as big of an abomination as Scooby-Doo or something like that. There's at least...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd quote A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is mostly harmless
Yeah.
as the way to describe this movie.
Yeah, there are some funny jokes in there. The casting is with Barney and Fred is actually pretty damn good in my opinion, and they do a really good job for the most part. But for the most part, it's just kind of there most of the time. Like, there's no real moment of like this being like something I'm going to be watching like over and over again, like saying like, oh man, this is going straight into my film collection. I will watch this on a daily basis, something like that. It was just kind of like something I just kind of watched, and I was like, yeah, that was okay, or something like that.
It's kind of a movie where like if it came on TV and you're just flicking through and it came on, you had nothing else to watch, you'd be like, yeah, I guess I can watch this.
Yeah, exactly. It's a watchable film, and unlike something like the piece of shit we watched a couple of weeks ago, but even then there was something really like anger-inducing. Like, I hear a lot of people say like this is one of the worst cartoon adaptations of all time. Like, I really don't see that, because as an adaptation, I mean, okay, I've never really seen an episode of the Flintstones. I tried watching one on Vimeo a couple of days ago, but it just wouldn't work for the most part. But even then, like, from what I've seen of like clips and stuff, it at least tries to reenact kind of the style of the original cartoon, and for the most part, it does it fairly decently. For the most part, I don't know.
I'd say like Flintstones isn't even that kind of great. It's just like kind of like the voices and the characters that kind of make the show.
Yeah.
Similar to like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
There's also like it was kind of like aired so kind of early, like black and white originally.
Yeah.
And there's some really non-PC stuff.
Yeah.
There's some hilarious Flintstones smoking adverts.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
You've seen them? Which is good, like a cigarette shit. I laugh in my head at that. I showed it to my roommate. He couldn't believe it. He could be like this, like kids show with like advertising smoking.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's all in the tip. That was like shit. There was a really great like borderline racist episode where they go for like karate lessons.
Oh my god.
Guy comes on. He's like short, got the teeth, squinty eyes, wearing glasses. Etc. And then there's a bit. There's a bit where like Fred does like an impression of him. It's like, so what do you think? Etc. Etc. means in English, sucker. And like like when he says etc. etc. like his eyes goes all squinty and it's like the teeth come out as well.
Okay, I need to see this.
Like, oh, you got me witness. I showed it to my my Asian friend. He found it. He can't stop doing it now.
That's amazing.
So I'll be saying goodbye to him. It's like, etc.
Oh my god! Wow.
Your own. I'll link it to you after the show. It's funny. So yeah. Flintstones. Yeah. So with this movie. See, my biggest problem with it. I mean, yeah, the plot is really rubbish.
Yeah, it's
very simple.
Yeah.
But with the kind of the humor and stuff, it tries to like imitate the cartoon, which never really quite gels with me. I think.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just trying to imitate the cartoon, then you should make the movie like a cartoon or like a movie. I think that's what like has allowed the success of you know, Peabody and Sherman and the other like kind of CGI movies based on like the 2D animation. Because and it kind of had like the gravitas of a movie. And stuff and the pacing of a movie, but you could do all the cartoony jokes and it doesn't look weird.
Yeah, exactly. Like it doesn't look like Uncanny Valley and stuff like that. Like, it looks kind of weird when you see this kind of stuff. Like, there should be like like we were saying with Laurel and Hardy. There's a difference between like adult slapstick and like kid slapstick and cartoon slapstick and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
And it kind of falls under the second category, and it just kind of looks kind of weird at points. Like, there's a couple of scenes that I can't really think of them right at the moment, but there are a couple of scenes that fall under that category. But at the same time, it does establish its tone. Like, it's not trying to take itself so seriously, even though there are points like later in the film where it does end up taking itself a bit seriously. But even then, it's like just like a goofy kind of thing. It's just a corny like little adaptation that they were trying to do, and it works for the most part. And like, again, that other abomination we watched last week, a couple of weeks ago.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, like, I like it had like a sense of enthusiasm about it. It wasn't like contrived or anything.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, mostly the puppets were really good. I was pleased that like CGI was used sparingly for like.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised by that.
Yeah. Like they could have just made Dino like completely CGI for everything, and it would have looked shit. But they just used him for like the wider shots, was pretty pleased.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, there is 2 moments in the film which I didn't know what the fuck they were thinking. Like which Wilma goes to Fred like, oh, we need a new trash dispenser or whatever it's called in America, and like Fred's like, oh, Wilma, it's fine, and then like he goes over to it and it pulls out and it's just fucking terrifying green pig thing. I'm like, wow, that's fucking scary. It doesn't even look like a pig or anything. It's terrifying. And then later on, the same pig shows up.
Oh yeah, he points about.
Yeah, I got Fred's supposed to be undercover. On the run, and then like his beard falls off, and then the pig just goes.
He just runs away like you know, honestly, that scene actually made me laugh my ass off because how fucking stupid it is.
It made me laugh because I couldn't believe how fucking like terrible. It was like a child one. Like, that would give you nightmares. Flintstone! Flintstone!
Oh my god! God damn it!
Yeah. So that was really fucking weird. Like how they put that in. I didn't like with Halle Berry's character, Miss Sharon Stone. I kind of I'm getting like really tired of the sexy, you know, character that kind of walks in. As soon as she walks in, it's got like the saxophone playing like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And like all there is to their character is that they're sexy. It's like, hey, can I get you the letters on the bottom? Give you a blowjob.
Oh man.
Kind of thing. But I did like there was a really good scene where like Fred kind of shows off his better nature, and you can see her character responding to it. I thought that was nice acting by Halle-Berry, and it was kind of a nice moment to add in, just to like at least give this like two-dimensional character a little bit more than just like tits, look at my ass, bet you wanna fuck me, but you can't. Business. Also, I know it's the Flintstones, so like rock puns are like obligatory, but some of them wanted me like they're inserting it everywhere. Like the very start of the film, the very first thing. It's directed by Steven Spielstone or something, and it's like that's not even funny. It doesn't even make any sense.
And then they go to the drive-through, and one of the things that says I forget what it was a parody of George Lucas, but
like
underneath it was
something dumb.
No, it was Star Wars. It was Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars, that's right, yeah.
And then the Universal logo comes up, and it's Universal.
Yeah, dude, what does Steven Spielberg have to do with this film? Is it just because it's Universal Pictures? It's like
actually, I think it was produced by Amblin, his company, I think.
Yeah, you're right. It's produced by Amblin and Hanna-Barbera, but distributed by Universal. So they must have made like a deal, like, oh, Steven Spielberg is making this new film. Let's get his name out there. But you can make a pun about his name so it fits into the film better. It doesn't even make any sense because, like, if you don't know anything about this film and it comes up directed by Steven Spielstone, you think Steven Spielstone's directing it. Spielberg's directing it. It's like, why? I thought he was slapping the face of Brian Levant, who actually directed the movie, for the sake of a stupid joke.
Actually, Steven Spielberg directed this movie. That would have been amazing. Finding out that Steven Spielberg's like one of his projects while working like in the. I don't know who was producing around that kind of time, but one of his projects that he did on the side was working on the Flintstones movie.
Yeah. Maybe they did offer him the movie and he declined because he was busy or something. It's like, yeah, I'm not too keen on it, sorry. So like they had that pun at the start to say, hey Steven, this is what you missed out on, buddy. Rock puns.
I just have the image of him watching the movie, and then like that pod comes up, and he just because it's like a slow turn to like the producers and gives them like a hard cold look. Yeah.
like he's watching he's in the premiere, and like his name comes up at the start, and like he kind of frowns and then looks around the room, and he sees like the producers, and they're like smiling and winking at him, like yeah, and like he just like it's like he just turns to his wife. Man, I dodged a fucking bullet there, didn't I? Another really like contrived rock pun. It was very brief. It's like the party where like they put on like another CD, and you see it very briefly. It's an album cover, and it's Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA.
Oh my god, wow.
I saw it. I was like, what? So I had to stop the movie and go back. I couldn't, at pause, I turned to my roommates, I was like, look at this shit. It's a rock pun. It's like, it's not funny. Just behind the album, you can see a hint of another one. It's called T-Rex.
Oh god.
That's funny. Not Bruce Springsteen. Man, you already did Spielstone. You don't need to have a fucking stone pun. You got, Sharon Stone and Mr. Stone and fucking Stoneface. You don't need to have a fucking stone joke.
Oh my god.
Stone in the US doesn't even make any sense.
Oh yeah.
What else doesn't make any sense? Like, I know it's not taking itself seriously, but live action is kind of more grounded in reality.
Yeah.
Where like they buy a new car and it's like really nice, I don't know,
Yeah.
Mustang or I don't know, something like that. And it's
Yeah.
like, I'm just thinking, that wouldn't make your car go any faster, you idiot. You're
Yeah.
powered by your fucking legs. If anything, it's gonna weigh more and slow you down.
Exactly. Oh my
And
god.
it was kind of weird how, like, apart from like kind of their clothes, everything looked pretty pristine. But they
Yeah.
put their feet on the table and they look fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird detail to. I mean, it makes sense,
Yeah.
but it's a very strange detail to add.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I really hate plots where it's like the entire thing is like a guy gets like kind of corrupted by money or power and he loses his friends and in the end he remembers what's really important. I think that's so boring because we all know what's going to happen, you know.
Yeah.
Although I guess this movie is kind of entertaining enough to like
Yeah.
keep it on.
Yeah, like it would be bad if it was like an incident, like you were in a Scooby Doo incident where just everything was just shit shoveled into your face, eyes, up your nose, fucking raped up your ass and stuff like that. I just here it's just like you can kind of forgive it because it's at least trying. Like you can tell like there's effort put into this movie. Like even then, like not so much into like the story, but like and more into like the acting, the gimmick, the jokes, and the corniness and stuff like that. Like, but even then, it's still a generic story that we've seen a lot of the time. But it's not like to the point where it gets like I hate the movie for it. It's just kind of like annoying to see.
Right, yeah. Also like the ending.
Yeah.
There's a bit where like Fred beats the bad guy and he
Oh yeah.
actually invents concrete, even though that's not how concrete's made, but whatever.
Yeah.
And like he gets offered like a really new position, and the reason he turns it down like it's because of the money. He doesn't want to be corrupted by money. And like I
Yeah.
get like if he admitted that he was stupid and he wouldn't be able to do the position because he was dumb.
Yeah.
Like okay, that's fine. But it kind of heavily implies that he refuses it because of money. It's like, well, if you're out money, just give it away, you fuck.
Exactly.
Do you know what I
Also,
mean?
there's like that weird bit where the boss is like, this is something the Nostalgia Critic brought up, like how like the boss is perfectly fine and he practically just committed manslaughter on the guy,
Yeah.
turning him into like a massive stone concrete statue of him, like in like a position that he looks like one of the like these. I think you reminded me of something, but I can't remember what exactly. But it was something like that. It was amazing. Oh man.
Yeah. But it is kind of like if like Bill Gates does it all the fucking time,
Yeah.
If you know that money's gonna make you a dick, just give it away to someone that needs it.
Yeah.
Wanker. What else about the film? Just having to think. So we talked about production.
Yeah.
Like the music was okay. I didn't really pick up on
Yeah.
the
I don't
music.
really care about that kind of shit. Like it was
Sure,
just like
sure.
set design was actually pretty damn good, actually.
Yeah, I think the sets were mostly pretty cool.
Yeah, like they looked fake for the most part, but
Oh, definitely, yeah.
yeah, but you can kind of suspend your disbelief at a couple of points. The puppeteering was actually pretty damn good as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
No, 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 no.
can't really think of anything else really. I guess I again like from what I've been saying, like it's a fucking lot better than Scooby fucking Doo. That's all I can really say. Actually coming to think of it, like anything is better than fucking Scooby Doo. Like I would rather end up like the same cold I've been having for the past couple of days, like for a whole year, than ever watch that pile of horse shit ever again.
Yeah.
Boy.
That's so interesting. You said about the puppets, actually made by the Jim Henson Company.
Oh really?
I
Interesting.
did think that when I was watching it. Like they're probably Jim Henson, but yeah.
Yeah. That's cool to know.
Yeah. Let's see other like little fact bits. Did you enjoy the villain? Oh, the characters. We haven't really talked about how the actors performed. like, how do you think John Goodman was a good Fred Flintstone and so on and so forth?
I think he was really good. Like well, it's one, I love John Goodman to death. Like I love him, and nearly I may not like the movie like that he ends up being like it's a piece of crap like the fucking Monuments Men, but I'll still like him, the actor, and even maybe the character because it's fucking John Goodman. And I feel like he did a really good job like capturing a bit of the personality of Fred Flintstone. And I feel like it was kind of like in a situation of, like for the time it was perfect casting. Same with Rick Moranis to an extent. Hell, there were times where I couldn't even recognize him as Rick Moranis because I'm used to him seeing in stuff like Ghostbusters or Spaceballs.
Yeah.
And
Really
I forget her name. Like the, huh?
Yeah, it looked really different in this film.
Yeah. The chick who played Wilma was actually a pretty good choice, and I felt like she did her job pretty well. It's just that her character was pretty bland.
Yeah, I
The
definitely
only,
the best job.
yeah,
The only character?
the only casting that made no fucking sense and just hurt the movie even more so. Like I like the movie, and I don't think it's like again, I don't think it's great or anything.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: the worst part of this movie, hands down, the casting of Rosie O'Donnell as Betty Rubble.
Say that.
Sweet fucking Christ. What kind of retarded monkey thought it was a good idea? What about her says Betty Rubble? Like, I can't really think of anyone at the time who would have been a better choice, but
how she got the role is quite interesting. That she auditioned for it. Apparently she got the role because she could nail the laugh.
That's it.
It's not that hard to do, really. I can't imagine anyone, like, fucking it up.
Shut the fuck up. I mean, it doesn't help, like, for the most part, I can't really say that the characters are the most interesting in the world, but I think it's because of the actors that make them, like, a bit more fun to watch, but she was just fucking horrible. Like, I'm not one who, like, normally shits all over an actress just because of the way they look or the way that kind of stuff, but god damn, she looks fucking awful here. And it's not just go do the makeup, but, like, the costume is just so fucking terrible. It looks like a homemade Halloween costume for the most part.
Yeah.
Oy vey, what the fuck, lady? Put on, like, get some proper. This is fucking. How much? This is like an $80 million budget film. Like, you could put more effort in your fucking costumes. I mean, I know it's supposed to look a bit fake to make it look like more like a cave story and shit like that, but seriously? Ugh.
Yeah.
Like, I can overlook the generic villain, the generic story and stuff like that, but seriously, that fucking annoyed the shit out of me.
I've got nothing against Rosie O'Donnell at all.
Yeah, same.
She's a pretty cool person because she promotes lesbian, gay rights and all that.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. But, like, she hasn't really got a particularly good film career.
Yeah.
Like, she did the Rosie O'Donnell show. I think that's what got her, like, attention. But, like, apart from that, she just hasn't been in any movies.
Yeah.
She's kind of like one of those people. It's like, oh, I know who that is. It's like, why? It's like, I don't know. Just people talk about her sometimes.
I can't really think of anything I've actually heard her being in or seen her in. Like, I think the only things I've partly seen her in was probably Tarzan, and I haven't even seen that movie all the way through.
Yeah, she played Turk, who I didn't realize was a girl the first time I watched it.
Yeah, same. It was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, I didn't care. I just was like, oh, okay.
Okay, that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think she was like that bad or anything. It was kind of strange, like.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you'd never ever seen the Flintstones before and you watched it, I think you'd be fine with it. It's just like, if you know the source material, like, okay.
Yeah.
Bam Bam doesn't make any sense as well.
Yeah, like that whole. Okay, the adoption scene actually gave to a pretty funny joke with the monkey thing, and it was actually going to the orangutan family.
That made me laugh.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
She was a monkey. It's like a monkey couple in like some suits and that.
Exactly. Oh man.
Like, I know in the Flint. See, the Flintstones is one of those shows that like makes the animals selectively intelligent. So
Yeah,
like, a monkey, the closest like animal to humans genetically
yeah,
speaking, is
yeah.
just a normal monkey pretty much. But then like the fucking like dishwasher that's a pig can talk. It's like, okay. Fred Flintstone! Flintstone!
Oh man. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, like yeah, like Bam Bam in general, just like I know he was like over. I haven't seen the cartoon, but I know like from what I've seen of it that he's supposed to be like ultra strong, like ultra destructive and stuff like that. But even then, it doesn't really make it works when you see it in a cartoon, but it makes it really strange when you see like an actual like 4 or 5 year old like causing this much havoc and destruction.
Well, why is he so strong? Like,
That's actually a good question. Like, I don't think they ever explained that, like in both the cartoon and in the movie, and I think in anything.
yeah, I mean, again, like the cartoon, just like, okay, you can do this. You don't really question it too much. But in, like a live action film, like,
Yeah,
it's really more grounded in reality.
yeah.
And like, they say like he was raised by, I don't know, like wolves or armadillos or something. Um, that wouldn't make you strong. It's kind of weird.
No.
Um, yeah, I mean, like, I thought John Goodman was like a good Fred.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was just kind of like John Goodman doing his thing.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's like, oh, he's amazing, Fred Flintstone, amazing. Fred. It's like, not really. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
he did a good job, but it was very obvious it was John Goodman doing a role. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I kind of do.
It's like one of those actors, like, I was trying to think of another example. I don't know, but you know what I mean? Like an actor is like, just doing themselves.
Kind of.
Like Liam Neeson, like he'll do like Taken 3,
Yeah.
then he'll do Non-Stop, whatever that movie. And it's like he does it exactly the same. It's like, I'm a serious actor, and
Yeah. Then you
So
switch
yeah.
on like or then you switch on like something like Dark Man and you just watch him go fucking insane as he kills like everyone in his path.
I mean, like I think the thing is like I think the acting was pretty good on the whole, but
Yeah.
like they just didn't look like the characters, which was kind of off-putting.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like Barney is like supposed to be kind of like the men are like drawn quite thick.
Yeah.
In the show, and like although like Fred, John Goodman's kind of like a big thick guy.
Yeah.
Barney, even though like he's small, he's still kind of his head's like the size of his torso, kind of. Again, like I mean, like this is gonna be like my complaint for like all these films really is like by doing it in live action, it's inherently grounded in reality. And so like when you try and do cartoon stuff, it's very difficult to pull off, and it mostly doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? It's like trying to build, it's like trying to build a house with pencils. Like you can kind of do it, but you're still looking at it going, it's made of pencils.
Yeah.
It's kind of an odd comparison, but
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, I kind of. Yeah, I think we should like kind of begin to wrap this up. I don't think there's much more to say, especially with other people. Although here's a couple of like interesting facts about the casting. So I did say Sharon Stone was supposed to play Sharon Stone, but she turned it down because she's working on a film called The Specialist. Nicole Kidman was the second choice for the role. But Halle Berry won it after a screen test. I mean, Halle Berry is absolutely gorgeous, so I don't really mind. But so's Nicole Kidman. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing either of those characters do more sexy roles. Steven Spielberg said Danny DeVito was the original choice for Barney.
Oh, great! Now I have the image of that. Oh my god, that is crazy.
How? What that worked?
Exactly. I'm just picturing like a lot of the scenes in the movie with Barney and him. It's just Danny DeVito now.
Yeah, he's Danny DeVito turned it down as he felt he was too gruff to do the character properly, and he suggested Rick Moranis for the role,
Oh, interesting.
which is pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine him as Barney. Oh, gee, Fred.
Yeah.
Thanks for lending me that money. Like, he just had the physique, right? Do you know what I mean? Like he's kind of like kind of got a thick body with like no neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like he already played Mario. Oh, I know that was Bob Hoskins. Yeah. Whatever little tidbits. Elizabeth Montgomery was being considered for the role of Pearl Slag Hoopole, who is
What?
who is Wilma's mother. The role actually went to Elizabeth
her.
Taylor, and it was actually her last role. Yeah, and like I said, like Rosie O'Donnell claims she won the role of Betty Rubble than her personation of the character's signature giggle. I mean, again, not that like, it's not that hard to do. Do you know what I mean? It's like doing Scooby-Doo's voice, like, "Row,
Exactly.
what we gotta do is say row in front of a bunch of words. I'm a dog boy, and you can do, really do." You know, any old twat can do the voice.
Yeah.
Apparently James Belushi might have been in the role of Fred.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, again, I think he could have been like a quite a decent Fred.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could have been like angry enough to it, but you know.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, just to tie up some loose ends. It was a box office success. It made $46 million, and
Sweet God.
the box office was $350 million. So it did very well. Despite, I think reviews were mostly negative.
Yeah,
I thought we'll go into the final things at the end, but I thought it was okay. And it was followed by a prequel, The Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas, who it spent so long in development hell that all the actors left the project, so that's why it's a different cast. And fuck me, don't watch that fucking movie. I swear to God, it's worse than Scooby-Doo, or at least as bad as Scooby-Doo.
Oh wow.
Because it includes it's all like it's already shit, and then it includes the space alien.
Oh yeah.
Nobody liked the Great Gazoo.
Oh yeah, the Great Gazoo.
Played by Alan Cumming.
Oh. That's fucking weird.
Yep. Oh god, that's it. And there's a musician called Mick Jagged.
Wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Anyway, I think we should wrap this.
Yeah, final thoughts. So you go first, mate.
Personally speaking, I mean, it's nothing I'd like constantly watch over and over again. It's nothing I would like recommend you immediately watch. But if you like you say, if you just happen to find it like scrolling like across the TV and you find it across, I think it's worth watching if you're like a fan of like this kind of corny cartoon humor and stuff like that. And it works pretty well as an adaptation for the most part, despite some terrible casting and a generic story. So overall, I thought it was okay for what I was going for.
Sure. I completely agree. Like, it knew what it wanted to do. It knew it was going to be a bit cheesy and kind of cheap looking. But it had like a bit of enthusiasm for itself, and as a result, it's just kind of like a decent kiddie film, family film. Like, I wouldn't choose to watch it again, but if it came on TV, I'd be like, okay, I might watch this for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd actually say out of the 3 movies so far, it's the best. Would you say that?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would agree. Like, even though I personally didn't think 101 Dalmatians was that bad, I would agree that this was a better adaptation because it wasn't just like the first, like the original thing, except with different actors and a different version of it and set in a modern time and stuff like that. I think it works better as an adaptation rather than a remake per se.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's nowhere near as horrible as Scooby-Doo, and it's not as
Oh fuck no! This is Citizen fucking Kane compared to Scooby-Doo.
And it's not as boring as 101 Dalmatians. So
no.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna conclude today's show.
Yeah.
I don't know
what should be our.
I don't know what we're going to do next week. It's going to be our last one. I think it's either going to be He-Man or that horrible Rocky and Bullwinkle movie, which I really don't want to watch.
Oh. I think Oscar suggested Last Airbender as one of the other ones, and David suggested.
No. We don't watch. Honestly, I watched that movie with 3 friends. We 3 friends rather. We're all into a lot of The Last Airbender, and we watched it on my laptop, and we were fucking crying for the whole thing. What the fuck?
Yeah. And David suggested Speed Racer, which I think will be less painful than Rocky and Bullwinkle and He-Man and.
Oh yeah, Speed Racer. That's a good one. We could do Speed Racer then.
Okay, Speed Racer sounds good to me.
All right, awesome. All right, we'll see you next week for Speed Racer. This has been the Master Student Podcast with me, your host Jack Hayward and George Baum. Say goodbye.
Yep. See ya.
Coffee Baum. It's Baum, isn't it? I always forget.
Yeah, it's Baum.
Baum.
That's fine.
So make sure you like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. And leave your comments below. Do you think we were shit? Do you think we're the funniest thing since jelly fried bread? Sliced bread? And we will see you next week. Same time, same YouTube channel. Goodbye.
See ya.
I just click the button. Professional ending. And we are... Bye.